So listen, first of all, good morning to y'all. And this is the second day of December. Ain't that something? Anyway, I feel like I might owe y'all an explanation for what happened to the lab last night. I was tired and through. All right. I was tired and through. Child, they got me on these damn antibiotics and they snuck up on me and all of that, child. I just didn't feel like doing it. I had my alarm set at 7:55 because I started getting sleepy around 6. So I said, all right, I could get at least an hour and a half, maybe sneak into, and I could be able to be fresh as a daisy for the lab. I woke up. First of all, I hit the snooze and then I woke up at 8 o'clock. And then I got far enough to see the beginning part. And then the only thing I saw was my eyelids. And I would have did this as a lab this morning, but that would have put me in a time crunch because I have an appointment later on this afternoon and it would have ran into that. And I didn't want to have to like rush the lab or anything. So this is why y'all getting it as a pre-recorded and y'all will be all right. All right. Just be glad that I'm here now. Potomac, this is season 9, episode 9, Mediation Nation. So the episode continues with Father Time telling the ladies about the fathers of her children get along. And everybody thought that it was the whole it was her booger that could pass for a dyke. But she reminded them that she was married before Sleepy G. And that is where her oldest son comes from. And the last two belong to Sleepy G. And that's what she was saying. Or whatever. Um, so she's explaining herself or whatever the case. But listen, Mia, by the time, at the end of the day, you got a lot going on. You do. You have a lot going on. And then what I found interesting was that when you talked about what's the child name? Josiah, Joshua, I keep forgetting. Y'all get me together in the comments. But the interesting thing is you named Sleepy G the father of him. Now, all this time you've been running around here trying to make it seem like, well, I don't know. It could be my booger that could pass for a dyke child and all of the rest of that. But then you sat right there and said that your last two belongs to Sleepy G. So I and maybe I'm nitpicking when it comes to that, but my whole thing is if you're going to tell a story on reality TV, you may as well ride that hoe to the wheels fall off. Because see, this is where you start to confuse everybody. Just stick to the story. You don't know which is the father of Josiah, I think his name is. I think it's Josiah or Joshua or whichever it is, honey. And you've been walking around here this whole season. I don't know. It could be him or it could be my booger. I don't know. And now all of a sudden, the oldest son belongs to your first baby daddy. And now these two belong to your second. Fine. Um, Karen says that she don't know why all of them is attacking Father Time. Karen, shut your ass up. All right. Karen, here's the gag. I don't even know why you concerned about trying to save Father Time when she's been leading the charge of the Heavy Brigade about this situation with you and your double DUI. And so now the ladies are questioning her and giving her a hard time about the bullshit that comes from out her mouth. Now you want to sit up and be a sounding board for her. Karen, why? I'm going to need for you to decide on what side you own. Either you're mad with her and you're going to stay mad with her or you're not. But you getting up here trying to take up for her, I was not feeling it. Karen, I was not feeling it. Now, had it been anybody else, I wouldn't have said nothing to you. But the fact that she's been running around here, throwing her weight around with you, actually since last season, it was kind of funny seeing you sitting over there trying to take up with her old tired ass. Because I wouldn't have said shit. I'd just let them attack the hell out of her and kept my mouth shut because it ain't none of my damn business. Moving on. Father Time says that it was nasty work out there at Wendy's birthday party to celebrate Wendy, but Tacky is making it about her situation and she was getting pissed. Um, I don't understand that either, Father Time, because they're only doing to you what you have done to everybody else. Be clear. You were the one who ratified a lot of good shindigs by bringing up some BS. and telling people about your sex life and all of the rest of this stuff. Like you yourself done that. So for you to now try to use Wendy's party as a catalyst to try to escape the shit that you caused on yourself, I don't appreciate. I gotta be honest. I'm on Tacky's side when it comes to Father Time. Point blank, period. I'm on her side. I get it. I ain't supposed to be on her tight ass side, but I am. Because she speaks a lot of sense when it comes down to Father Time and her foolishness. Moving on. Father Time gets pissed at Jacqueline saying that fuck her, she never has her back. I'm sorry, but were we all watching that part of the scene when Jacqueline tried to tell? Actually, what Jacqueline did was get on your bandwagon and try to act as if Sleepy G is the issue because 1 minute he's fine and then the next minute he's not. And that's what she was trying to get them to understand. So you getting upset with Jacqueline talking about something, fuck her, she never had your back. That's all she's been doing. Is having your tired ass back, and none of us understand why. Actually, I really feel like Jacqueline would have done herself a much better service by getting up here and just being her damn self. But she wanted to come up here and play your little lap dog. And so she's getting what you're getting. That's really what I feel about Jacqueline. I really feel like Jacqueline could be a really cool person. But she too busy running around here trying to lick your coochie like she been licking it since y'all's turn, and we just can't get down with that. Moving on. Father Time gets advice from Stacy about her mediation and how it went, and then it led from that to Ashley, Karen, and Tacky pulling Stacy aside, basically to give her advice about the mediation. And as it turns out, the advice that they gave you, Stacy, you wished you would have took it, and we're gonna get down to that later on. Now, when it comes down to Ashley and her mediation, I really don't give a damn. Ashley, it took you way too long, and at this point, we really just don't give a shit. Being honest with you, as proud as we are of you for finally doing what you got to do, girl, you should have done this seasons ago. You've been holding us up hostage with this, and now we just don't care. It's no longer interesting, and it just is what it is. That's what happens when you beat a storyline to death. We just get over it. And when you finally decide to cut the strings, girl, we don't care at this point. We really don't, Ashley. I don't know if you know it or not, but we really don't care at this point. Like, whatever, honey. We're glad that you did it. That's cute, but we ain't got nothing but moving on. Um, Wendy and Eddie introduced the kids to Eddie's brother and sister. Well, no, his sisters. Do he got a brother? Was that his brother or was that Wendy's brother? I think that was Wendy's brother we saw because I remember we didn't even know Wendy had a brother. We just thought she had a sister. Girl, I don't know. They all look the same around there to me. You know, they're a lot like Mexicans and Asians, honey. They all tend to look alike to me. So I don't know who belonged to who came out of whose coochie. I don't know. But I will say it was at least good that the siblings showed up and they got the chance to meet their overgrown ass nieces and niece and nephew. Listen, that's really embarrassing. I'm just keeping it real. That's really embarrassing. Y'all allowed a bunch of bullshit to come in between y'all knowing your brother's children. Like that's that. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that this is at least a stepping stool and a stepping point for y'all, and I'm here for that. But to be honest, it's real sad. It's real sad. It's a beautiful moment. You know, Wendy got emotional about it, and I get it. As a beautiful moment that it was, it's also really sad and pathetic. It is. It's sad and pathetic. Um, So that was Wendy's party. So Tacky and Grace go out for soft serve, and then they talk about her first year at FAMU. Listen, your first year is always going to be a little rough, a little difficult, and it don't matter how smart you are. A lot of the times, it has nothing to do with the schooling. It's just everything else. Like you're no longer home, and then in your case, you're thou states away from your parents, and it's just a lot to get used to, especially going to a school with a bunch of niggas. I did it twice. Both of my schools are HBCUs. You understand? So it is an adjustment. Even if you live in the same city and state that your school is in, it's still an adjustment. It's still a lot that you got to learn. It's a lot like when you go to high school and how you have a lot more freedom in high school and things like that. Like it's a lot like that, but it's 10 times worse than that because these professors don't give a damn about you. They don't. They treat you like you are an adult. They're not gonna hound you for your work. They're not gonna hound you to do your homework. They're not gonna hound you to study. They're not gonna do none of that. They're gonna treat you as an adult. That's really what college is. It's to prep you for adulthood. That's where you learn time management, how to budget your time, and how to set aside. Okay, I'm gonna study for X amount of hours, and then I got the rest of this time to party, drinking bullshit, and do whatever it is that college kids do. It's a huge learning curve, but Gracie will be all right. Like when I look at Gracie, she seems like a really smart girl. Like I don't think Gracie gonna go out there and do something that she ain't got no business. I really don't. So she'll get used to the transition. She will. And I'm sure this is probably her sophomore year at this point. I'm on the show. She got FAMU down pat, child. She do. She know what to do, what not to do, and how to better budget her time and things like that. Like it works. And then plus you got your mama there. She graduated from my alma mater, dear God. But your mama graduated from Hampton University when it was still Hampton Institute. Be clear. So you can always go to her for some advice and she can help it because she pledged in everything. So, just talk to your mama. She'll lead you in the right direction. Moving on. Ashley at home with Tommy and Dill getting ready for the mediation once again. And once again, Tommy got his ass and his feet on that lady. Listen. At this point, Ashley, I don't care. I will never eat nothing down at your house. I wouldn't even drink a bottle of water at your damn house because, like, I don't know if Tommy and Dill did the booty scoot on my damn bottle or not. I don't know if they put their bunions, funyuns, and corns all over my damn chips or whatever at this point because you walk around with feet full of bunions. So I mowed this show, they asses done caught that shit too. Like Ashley, again, you a mixed breed, I get it, but you got a droplet of nigga in you. And I just need for you to tap into that. Cause you ain't gonna see none of they churn got their ass on they damn good ass island. And it don't matter how old they are. Your feet belong on the floor. Your ass belong on a cushion in the seat, not on my beautiful ass island. That I gotta cook on, serve food on, make food on, and all of the rest of that. Moving on. Kay brings the employees down to her boyfriend's business. I think it's called Helping Hands. Get me together in the comments, but I think it's called Helping Hands or Good Hands, Good Helping Hands, something like that. Something to do with good and hands. Um, so we got to see that scene with her and Craig bringing his employees slash family lunch because it seems to be he got his family working there, and then other folk might be employees, which I'm here for that. I'm here for that. If you open the door for yourself and you leave it cracked for some of your family members to jump on board, I'm always down for that. That's something that I would do. So shout out to Greg for that. Kiana talks about moving forward with her personal lawsuit against Dororo because of the injury to her forehead. Let me tell you something, Kiana. You already whooped her ass, so I really don't understand. The reason why I feel this way, Kiana, is when you pulled the Candace Dillard Bassett talking about something every morning you waked up and you looked at it and you looked at the sky, you crying, and it's all this emotional shit. Girl, you got into a fight. You was whooping ass and she hit your ass with her glass down to your forehead. When you getting your ass whooped by a bitch, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grab the nearest thing you got to get her ass up off you. And unfortunately, that's what happened to you. You was whooping ass, you overpowered her, and she got you good. But and look, I don't know what money you're gonna get from Deborah, but I hope you get it, Kiana. So we ain't got to see you come up here next season with this Candace Dillard Bassett storyline talking about how you got sticky notes of shit all over your house, reminding you that you beautiful and you worth it and you this and that and the third. You are a woman. I don't want to hear that from you no more, Kiana. Because to me, that's giving weak bitch. And I don't look at you as that. I ride for you. So I'm gonna need for you to pull yourself together, honey, getting up here talking about something you be crying every morning and how this was that for you and that was that. Look. It didn't work for Candace, Dylan, Bassett, and it ain't finna work on you. Moving on. Like, I get sick of that. Y'all be getting up here being about it, and then once it's over with, then y'all want to turn around and, oh my God, I've been crying since this happened, and yada, 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 and so. Like, you ain't never got to a fight before. Girl, yes, you have. I could tell by the way that you was diddy bopping around. You've been in several fights. Be clear. Anyway, you know how this goes. Tacky, Karen, Ashley, Wendy, and Stacy meet up. To be honest, I like the six of them together. Can't believe I'm gonna say that, and I'm adding Tacky and Ashley to it. But I actually do like the six of them together, especially was Kiana there? No, she wasn't. Add Kiana to that, I could deal with the seven of y'all. And I will actually be fine with that. To be honest, I add Kiana to the table. That could be the seven that I would keep up here. Even Tacky and Ashley for a little bit. For a little bit. Maybe one more season and then we gonna go ahead and trim the fat. But ain't no probably we will. But I will say I like seeing the six of them together because that felt more organic and they actually had real conversation. Stacy admitted that the advice that Tacky and Karen gave her was true because she didn't know about a lot of the financial things that was going on. She didn't even know that he had accounts and things in her name. She was completely befuddled and confused by that. And then Wendy was like, look, I'm kind of going through the same thing. Now, me and Happy Eddie ain't getting divorced no time soon, but I let him handle the bills and the finances and so on and some such. And, she's saying because of this, that's making me want to just go and take a second look, just make sure everything's in the up and up. And I feel as though it should be that way. I don't, myself personally, I personally listen, if that's what y'all got, then that's what y'all got in the sanctity of y'all marriage. But I feel like if both of y'all are if both of y'all are of means, both of y'all work, both of y'all take care of the finances and the expenses, I don't feel like that has to just all fall on the man. Being honest, I don't feel like that all of that just has to fall on the man, especially when both of you all um are responsible for the upkeep of the house as far as it comes to paying bills and mortgages and so on and some such. Like Wendy, you smart enough to know that, sis. Why is you allowing Happy Eddie to be in charge of all of that? You smart, you should know this. But I appreciate that scene because y'all probably within that scene probably helped other married women that could be in that predicament to be like, hey, listen, I ain't saying that you're gonna do this, that thing, and the other, but I need to know what's going on as well, just for my sake. Y'all probably could have single-handedly helped other women in that very same boat, in that very same predicament. So I ain't mad with it. But come on, Wendy, get yourself together. Miss 4-degree holder. You way smarter than that. And then Ashley starts talking about how her mediation went on for 9 hours. He had the kids for 10 days, or whatever the case may be. And I guess she had a rest. I don't know. And Michael said a confidentiality clause that Ashley is not allowed to speak about him or his situations, period, while she's being on this show. And I guess he thinks that she's supposed to stop people from saying disparaging things about him. And she refused to sign that. And I'm not mad at it. The thing about it is, Michael, a lot of what people think about you, you've shown yourself on national TV. So you can't blame Ashley for that. And Ashley ain't got nothing to do with the people seeing you grabbing that cameraman's ass and they've been on yours ever since. That has nothing to do with Ashley. Moving on. So Karen and Raven, Rayvin. See, Karen, this is how I know that you from a small town like Surrey. You just as bad as Jason's mama, Jayson. You just as bad as her. But it was a cute scene between y'all know I like Lil Raven. It was a cute scene between the both of them. It's cute to see Raven have her mama back and all that good stuff. And she gave her mama some great advice about these friends of hers. And it was a cute scene, and I'll allow it. So Father Time decides to be nice to Jacqueline after she cussed Jacqueline ass out, saying that she didn't have her back. She decided to take her out shopping because she reminded everybody that much like Karen living in a small hick town, so did Jacqueline. All right, and she ain't got no style about her. And so she gonna help her get some style. And I don't know what style it was, because that purple shit that you had on with that skirt that didn't match, I don't know. Maybe that's half fashion for y'all, but I could have found you something better down to the rag bin. Okay. I could have found you something better down to rainbows. No shade. I could have found you something better down to city trends. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, y'all swear up and down because something has a label on it. Y'all just put it together and it's half fashion. Y'all tax bracket ain't mine, so maybe that's why I feel that way. Moving on. Jacqueline says that her and her ex-boyfriend PP are trying for a relationship. They're doing it the right way by trying to be friends first. Jacqueline, I'm fine with that, but I don't need to see you on TV doing it because Jacqueline, you really shooting yourself in the foot by being so tied up into Father Time. I really feel like you really could have been a real cool person had you stood on your own and had your own identity. You running up behind Father Time ain't doing you no justice at all. You could come up here and get you a damn paycheck. But you ain't gonna be around for too much longer, Jacqueline. You not, because all it's gonna take is for the other ladies to not want you around, and you're boring just filming with you and Father Time. Whatever. Trying to give you some advice. If you take it, great. If you don't, great. I don't care. Moving on. Father Time is still pissed at Tacky for saying that it was inappropriate of her to bring that situation up at that time. But you were the one that brought it up down to their tired ass G&A event. To be clear, one can argue that wasn't the proper time to bring that up, but you did. You brought your business down to these people, and now you're mad at them for having an opinion on it. Anyway, Tacky does humanitarian work that helps the homeless folk down to the DMV area, and she had to remind us of how Mamie Egbert damn near had her sleeping under a damn bridge like a troll. And if it wasn't for her grandmama taking them in, honey, that's exactly where they would have been. Under a bridge, sleeping like trolls. And she understands the people for that, the homeless that's going through that and all that stuff. And so she's deciding to do some work with them. And she invites some of the ladies to come out with her to see her doing a wall climb off this big. Listen, again, this is what proves Ashley's a mixed breed. Because you don't see no niggas up there doing that. You saw all of the other niggas had their feet planted on the ground. Um, handing out flyers, handing out drinks, signing people in, making sure that they donate and all of that. That's what the niggas did because they smart. You the one that wanted to play daredevil and bungee jump or wall climb off of the tallest building that Potomac probably has. I mean, I guess, Ashley. I mean, I could see you doing this more than I could see any of them other ladies. So I guess it's right up the par and right up the code. Anyway, Father Time talks to Tacky about how she feels about her questioning her relationship in front of everybody. So Father Time says that Tacky caught her girls sneaking boys down to the house when they all went down to DR, and she didn't want her to bring that up in front of the rest of the group, but yet she's on social media acting as if they're perfect and how she needs to do better. I can't believe I'm about to take up for Tacky. And you know what? I am. And because of which, she not Tacky right now. She Giselle. Giselle, dig in her damn ass. Dig all the way up in her ass, Giselle. Do not sit up here and give her grace of any kind. Because you nor Karen told her anything wrong. She's the one that always constantly brings up the most BS in the most unopportune times. So for her to now feel away is ridiculous to me. It is. It's ridiculous to me. And you only mad about it because she told your ass the damn truth. And here's the real gag. So what if they snuck in a boy? Who cares, girl? How many niggas and bitches did you sneak into your mammy house? Oh, my bad. Won't you an orphan? Ain't that what you said? You was an orphan. Your mama won't there for you. She chose to be a basehead other than being there for you. And or was all of that a lie too? Because to let your siblings tell it, all of that was a damn lie. So my question to you is, how many boys and bitches did you sneak in? That's what you're supposed to do when you're young. Hell, you thought I didn't sneak niggas into Joy Sand house? I did. Now I ain't squirming nothing like that because I ain't lose my virginity till I was 18 because I'm demure and classy based like that. But I snuck a couple niggas in. Even when I was an adult and I moved back home, I snuck niggas in the crib. Like that's what you're supposed to do when you young. Like you acting as if she's such a horrible parent because that happened. That's what happens. All of y'all done snuck niggas down to y'all damn house. Like I didn't like you was trying to make a point, but I didn't grasp your point because you was the one that brought this information down to these set of women. You did. Now you mad because they got an opinion on it. Quit telling these people all your damn business and standing up in your business 10 toes down until somebody call you out on it. Now you a victim. Giselle, you should have cussed her ass slam out because that's what I would have did. That's what Karen would have did. That's what Wendy would have did. Anybody with Sharon would have laid her ass out because at least y'all ain't up here bringing this type of storyline with y'all little young ass children. Her children are young. All three of them, they're young. I don't even think they're in high school yet. Father Time, go suck a dick somewhere and get the hell out of my damn face. I'm sure you did when you went home. And I really felt like you still sucking on Sleepy G's dick. And that's probably the real reason why Sleepy G is behaving the way he doing. Why you playing? And I know it can't get hard, but it ain't got to get hard to still come, girl. He still got some stimuli down there. I really feel like it's way more to that situation and why Gordon is reacting the way that he's reacting. And I don't think it got a damn thing to do with him being manic. I don't. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sleepy G came out here and said that. I promise you I would not be shocked at all. That would explain a lot of what's going on around there, in my opinion. Oh, raggedy fuckface whore. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Oh, crater face cement ass. I cannot listen. I have nothing for Father Time. Nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. Here's the real gag. Gracie, Angel, and Adore. Ain't they 18 at this point? We know Gracie is, but ain't the twins? They ain't no child no more. They got every right to cuss your ass, slam out. I would. I would. I would be like, I know this RuPaul Drag Race reject Shade ain't up here calling herself trying to drag us into her foolishness, honey. Child. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. Again, my apologies for not making it alive last night, but I was too sleepy, child. The antibiotic got a hold of me and it would not let me go. And so that's why y'all are getting this now. Drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what's going on. Make sure that y'all are here this evening at 6:15 for the Married to Medicine reviews, child. We're going to gag their asses. And then I will also see you guys back here tonight at 8:30. Yeah, at 8:30 for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. And it's going to be held on Yakrati's channel. So make sure that y'all are here for that as well. So with that having been said, you guys, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. And until next time, Potomac, I see y'all next week. Bye.